Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Laili Azizah, and you can call me Laili or Lily. I'm from Chemistry Class A. Okay, in this video, I will show you about chemistry environment. Okay, so before any further ado, let's go. Okay, so before we are going to the material, let me show you the values in this material. Okay, so the first we will discuss about analysis water and wastewater. Second, contamination of water, and the third, contamination reagent. Next. Okay, so part 1. Water is essential for life, but for many people, quality of water available may be poor. Analysis water supply may be required for find out the water safe to drink or water need to analyze before consumption. Methods of analyzing quality of water are necessary. The sample of water testing must be representative of the water supplies. Water sampling are important for activities of water analyzing. When sampling are important for activity of water analyzing, when the water sampling is collected, can must taken no acids no or contamination of the sample. During the process of sampling, during transportation of the sampling to the laboratory and the storage of sample analyzed. Okay, so the step of analyzed water. The first, preparation and sterilization. What what the mean of preparation and sterilization? Okay, so several types of bottle for use sampling are glass, plastic, and aluminum is contained are suitable. Easy to clean is glass bottle. The several types of preparation sterilizing of sample bottles. The first step is clean and wash the sample bottle or and rinse with the liquid of water sample of analyzing or distill or we can call as the ionized water. Okay, so the second, the sample divided to three steps. Next, add 200 milliliter sample water, 4 till 5 drop aqueous sodium thiosulfate solution to neutralize water and any residual chloride which could distract the sample. Screw bottle cap for sterilization, and for ground the bottle cap, we put aluminum foil to the place inside the bottle to prevent for stop gas stuck during sterilization. And most of plastic bottle cannot sterilize on the high temperature. So usually we use glass bottle instead. So the third step is water sampling technique. The technique of water analyze. The first, sampling for a tap of stand post. The second, sampling for hand pumps, wells, and boreholes filled with pump. The third, sampling from an open well. The fourth, sampling for sampling from a watercourse or reservoir. And the last technique is sampling water from a water container. Okay, next slide. So the following are the problems during storage and transportation of analyzed sample water. The first is gases. For example, oxygen and carbon dioxide. The water sample can absorb oxygen or carbon dioxide from the air. Second, suspend and colloidal substance forming their own flock and participate, so the sample changes to its original condition. The third, some solutes are oxidized by dissolved oxygen, so the solutes turn into another compounds. Okay, so the next slide. Type of drinking water contaminants. The first, contamination from atmosphere. Okay, so contamination from atmosphere comes from particulate trace elements on the soil surface and suspended material. In the atmosphere, the simplest way to avoid atmospheric contamination of the sample is to cover the sample solution during the preparation and analysis process. Next, contamination from operator. So the analysis can be a source of contamination of the sample to be analyzed either through direct contact or through the air. Sodium and hydrochloric acid can be transferred to the sample through the apparatus breath. Dust and smoke are sources of material contaminants. Human skin is reported contains metals, although in low concentration. For this reason, masks, gloves, and a lab coat are usually worn to reduce contamination. Next, contamination from equipment. So contamination from equipment, for example, glassware, uh, Pyrex, unless otherwise specified. Contamination of the sample from the glass is usually caused by dissolving the glass by the solution. Pyrex is resistant to weak acid and base, but less resistant to strong acid and strong base. For analysis of sulfate, boron, aluminum, natrium, should not use a Pyrex bottle. HSG or high high silica glass is more resistant to high temperature solution. Okay, in order to minimize glass contamination, equipment should always be storage or immersed in a dilute solution at least 0.1 molar of hydrochloric acid when not in use, and high temperature of hydrochloric acid can be used to clean the glass surface metals. And another preparation equipment is often used and has a low probability of metal contamination are the first one, fused silica, the second, plastic or polyethylene and polymer, the third, Teflon, tetrafluoroethylene polymer, the fourth, PVC, polyvinyl chloride, 5. Rubber, the sixth is filter paper. Okay, in this slide, we will discuss about contamination in reagents. Contamination in reagents can be grouped into four, namely, first, mineral acids and ammonia. Second, inorganic solid. Third, organic reagents. And fourth, organic solvents. We will discuss about mineral acids and ammonia first. So, mineral acid and ammonia can be divided into two. The first, mineral acids, must contain a certain amount of metal. Containing metal is very low levels, generally have a fairly expensive price. Ultra pure generally contains a very low metal concentration, but the content of some elements varies per product. Analytical reagent-grade acids usually contains metals. The acid used can be purified by distillation. And the second, about ammonia. Ammonia solution in water placed in a glass bottle will be contaminated by silica, aluminum, calcium, and other elements which may be caused by the attract of the alkaline solution on the glass. Analytical reagent ammonia can contain heavy metals in low concentration. This may be due to adsorption of these metals by glass. The second, we will discuss about inorganic solid. The quality of reagent is pure enough to be used directly without pre-purification, but a blank solution as a control must be prepared. Purification is usually by crystallization or filtration. The third is about organic reagents, compounds or material used to react, usually containing ordinately bonded metals. This metal is very reactive with metals, so anything around it can be bond to form a chelate. The fourth, organic solvents. The content of metals and organic solvents is relatively low, so that the presence of the other organic compounds interferes with the determination of compounds. Analytical loss may occur due to adsorption, volatilization, or precipitation. Okay, maybe that's enough for me. Thank you for your great attention. Thank you for your listening. May all those we have shared be beneficial for all of us. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a good day.